If you've been sending the same resume to 50 job postings and hearing nothing but automated rejections, I want you to stop. The problem isn't you. It's that you're playing a game where the rules changed without a manual. I know that pit in your stomach when you see a job you could crush, but it asks for 5 years of experience you don't have, or a degree you never finished. You feel ghosted by your own future. But here's the data that explains why. Right now, 75% of resumes are filtered out by applicant tracking systems, the ATS, before a human ever glances at them. 75%. Let that number sit for a second, and here's the part that really stings. 88% of those rejections happen because of missing skill keywords, not because you couldn't do the job. You're writing a history book of where you've been, but the machine is looking for a map of where you're going. Have you felt this lately? That feeling of shouting into a void and getting an algorithm's no in return? If the machine is the gatekeeper, we need a better strategy. Here's the cold, hard reality check. The traditional application process is designed for the path of least resistance, not for finding the best talent. In today's market, companies aren't looking for the most gifted person, they are looking for the least risky person. When you apply through a portal, you aren't a human, you are a row in a spreadsheet. Did you know that 70% to 80% of jobs are never even posted on public boards? They are filled through internal referrals or pre-selected skill pools before the public even knows they exist. If you're spending 100% of your time clicking Easy Apply, you're essentially buying lottery tickets for a game that's already been won. The experience trap says you need a job to get experience, but you need experience to get a job. It's a closed loop designed to keep outsiders out. To break in, you have to stop being a candidate and start being a solution to a specific corporate pain point. If you aren't visible to the right network, you simply don't exist to the payroll. The secret isn't more experience. It's moving from what I call tenure-based credentialing to capability-based evidence. Most people try to prove they've done it before, but recruiters, they're looking for proof that you can do it next. We're moving into the era of the skill graph. As of 2025, 85% of companies are now prioritizing skills over degrees in their hiring process. Why? Because traditional background checks are failing. Data from McKinsey shows that skills-based hiring is actually 5 times more effective at predicting how someone will actually perform on the job. Recruiters aren't looking for where you've been. They're looking for proof of what you can solve. If you're sitting across from me right now, I tell you to stop worrying about your job title and start obsessing over your skill graph. It's a shift from saying, I worked at a hotel, to saying, I manage high-pressure resource allocation. But how do you actually do that without sounding like you're just making things up? Let's look at Ayanna Dunlap. Ayanna was working the front desk in hotel hospitality, capped at $80,000. She wanted IT operations, a field where she had 0 official experience. Most people told her she was unqualified, but Ayanna didn't write a hospitality resume. She used the action plus result formula. Instead of saying managed guest check-ins, she wrote coordinated front-end operations for a 200-room facility maintaining a 98% occupancy rate through dynamic resource reallocation. See the difference? Same task, but she spoke the language of operations. She did a 15-week skills bootcamp, verified her competencies, and today, she's the Assistant VP of IT Operations. Her salary jumped to $125,000. This isn't a fluke. Quantifying your achievements increases your interview callback rate by 40%. Stop saying you managed a team. Start saying you increased efficiency by 27% through resource reallocation. When asked why you're pivoting, say, I've mastered the core mechanics of skill A in a high-stakes environment. While the industry is different, the specific problem, is the same one I've solved with a high success rate. What if your path feels like it is in a different universe? I hear this from teachers all the time. Take Sarah and Ande. They were educators, burnt out and looking for a way out. They felt unqualified for anything else. But they mapped their classroom management and curriculum design skills to corporate instructional design. They realized that 45% of major North American corporations have officially removed degree requirements from mid-level roles. The door is wide open for learning agility. Your unrelated experience isn't a liability. It's a toolkit of power skills that 91% of employers are desperate to keep. If you can manage 30 middle schoolers, you can manage a corporate project timeline. If you can handle a crisis in a kitchen, you can handle a software deployment lag. Retention rates for people hired this way are 91% higher because you bring a perspective traditional candidates lack. Companies are tired of hiring the perfect pedigree only to have them quit. They want the problem solvers. They want you. So, here's your assignment for the next 24 hours. Don't go out and apply for 10 more jobs. Instead, I want you to open your resume and find just one bullet point. Just one, and I want you to rewrite it using this formula. Action verb plus what you did plus measurable result. If you don't have the exact number, estimate it conservatively. Improved workflow becomes reduced project turnaround time by 15% through template standardization. Next, look into standardized skills tests. 76% of employers are now using these to bypass those years of experience filters. If you can pass the test, the 5 years of experience requirement often disappears. The era of the certificate-first candidate is over. The era of the problem solver is here. Open your resume right now, not to update your history, but to prove your future. What's the one skill you have that you've been told doesn't count but you know is your greatest strength? Drop it in the comments, let's map it together. This isn't easy, I know, but the people who figure this out get the callbacks. See you in the next one.